go. Ayo. See you, Holmes. I see you out there. shared it on Facebook. Your boy done shared this shit on Facebook. Fuck it. Baby mama drama. Incoming. I'll be quick on the draw, GMB. You gotta be quicker on the draw than that, GMB. Holmes got you on that one. Prime time Remora right here. This is prime time.
Prime time, baby. Prime time.
You know, if you hover over that little plus sign, I can see you, Wes, which is kind of cool in the countdown. I hover over the plus there.
Your boy is in a trade. I'm in a trade right now. Your boy's in a trade.
Y'all better be hyped up,
good,
man.
Baby.
I didn't get dressed for all this bullshit, man. Y'all better get ready. I'm hyped up.
I'm up $5, bro, in the last 2 minutes. Let's fucking go, baby.
Dude.
Nope.
Hard out here. I hear you, Jimmy. I feel you.
Bro, I got a fucking dope scalp strategy, man, that I've been working on.
All right, let's go, man. Let's roll
Ace in the hole, baby. Ace in the hole, baby. They gave us our thing back, asshole. Hey.
Let's go, dude.
What's going on, man? What's going on? Back to another Thursday night live stream. Welcome back to the Crypto Remora. We come to you live twice a week, Monday and Thursday, to bring you the latest in all things crypto and Web3. Tonight is no exception. My name is Wes, and I'm joined with, as always, Siri Crypto. What's up, Siri?
Chilling, man. How are we doing, fellas? How are we doing?
We are doing good, man. We're doing good. If this is your first time checking us out, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button. Number one way you can support us. I've been working on a really good scalp strategy, man, on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. I'm not ready to bring it out yet. But so far, dude, it has been every 5 minutes. $15 every 5. That is really.
We're getting lag. Hold on a sec. We're getting lag. Hold on one sec. Let me see if it's mine.
Let's just restream the damn paid version. I tell you what, man. I think I'm gonna close this out. I think I might close my position here on the 5-minute, man. This is looking good, dude. I'm telling you, the strategy's working good, man. I am up almost $10, man, in the last 5 minutes. So I think, I don't know. It's looking good. Am I close?
Holy shit. I was trying to open the doors. I was going to see if the lag went away, but because we're getting a little bit of lag. I don't know why it's.
An exchange open on the other tab over here trying to trade.
Yeah. Are you on DeFi?
Yeah.
Dirty
Let me go ahead and
dog.
shut this down. I am going to go ahead and close out my position. I am happy with that. And of course, big ass green candle right before I'm about to close it. Why did I do this? Is it bad? Is the lag pretty bad?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to lose connection. But it's a little glitchy now.
Still early.
It's still a little glitchy. Still a little glitchy, but it's not as bad as it was a second ago.
All right, cool. I just closed this out.
Let me make sure it's not on this end too. Yeah, I got full signal over here. I'm actually good for once.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's see if
All right,
that
so
helps.
prime
man.
time Crypto Remora, man.
Yeah, man. Prime time, baby. Prime time, man. That's how we roll. You know, it took a little bit for us to talk the producers into letting us get this spot.
Working the budget and stuff, but we got the green light, man.
We got the green light. We got the green light. Yeah.
It wasn't easy. Lag was pretty bad. Thought it was on my end. GMB, no, it was not. That was doing dirty DeFi stuff during stream. Yeah, because I've tried to do that, bro. I've tried to use while trading on like Mux and all this shit. Yeah. Like, unless you pre-record it, it doesn't work that great. We got to have a supercomputer before we get into all that shit. But I think we can pull that live trading thing off. I just think that we're going to need more horsepower before we do it, both on the network side and the computer.
Restream put their little logo back in the top right, huh?
It's all right. Well, it's all right because we're at 96.5 and going up. Haven't really looked at the charts much. Our calls last week, I think Daniel and GMB were the closest. And look where we are. GMB pretty much called this shit too, man. GMB and Daniel both were saying 95 and 98, I think. So good calls on that, fellas. I thought we were headed back down. I got faked out, which is fine. But I definitely want to see. And let me know, Wes, if I get lag when I share my screen. I want to take a look at Total Global real quick and just the basics, and then we'll have you jump in. Hopefully we don't have any lag on this end either, because I have full bars. It shouldn't lag. Plus, I got my ads blocked up top. That's what really sucks the up. Okay, so without getting too crazy, total global market cap, we'll just do a quick look. I said it looked healthy last week. It looked healthy the week before. Let's see if we're getting that sideways movement that I wanted. It looks like, of course, we're getting a little pumpy. Here, but let's see. Yes, this is what I wanted to see, guys. Remember last week I said this. I said I'd like to see sideways, right? This is good. I'm still happy with this. Even just above 3,050,000,050. Right here is a 3,045,000,000. Look at this shit. Perfect bounce, guys. This is consistent sideways. This is what we wanted to see, because after that move we had up, remember this move we were looking at last week? I said the best thing that could possibly happen after this little ramp here was to come down a little bit, cool off, and then kind of hit our head, cool off. That's what we're doing. So, and the fact that we haven't gone back up yet here is amazing, because that means we're evening out. This is a beautiful consolidation on Total Global. This is exactly what I wanted to see. April 26th to, you might as well say today, May 1st. So it's not, too long of a consolidation yet, but I'm glad to see it. We need that. We needed that. Look at this shit. Boom. Because that's what's going to give you your next level. If you don't consolidate sideways long enough, you don't deserve the next level up. I mean, that goes with any chart. I mean, if you just expect to go straight up and you never consolidate, you're gonna crash back down. So this is extremely good looking. I like to see this. I want to go sideways a little longer before we go up, just a little bit longer, because you could see this was resistance before here back in March, and it was also resistance here in March 19th, and then it was resistance back here, almost broke above it March 5th. Right. So now we're pretty much above that. I mean, 20 billion, a little bit below it now, but I mean, 20 billion, what's 20 billion between friends, right? So we're pretty much above it. Let's just say we're above the 3, because we're above 3 trillion. That's the level. So I would like to see a little bit more consolidation here. But not much more, man. Like we've got, if you take this chunk here and then you take this little section here, and you take this little section here and here, that's a good little bit that we've been at 3 trillion. So we may be ready for another move up to 3.5 fairly soon. My guess, I'd like to see us consolidate till about here, which would probably put us probably about a week, another week or so, which would put us in the second week in May, which would be awesome. But look at the max chart, guys. We're headed up. Things are looking good, retested previous support, bounced, got a hell of a bounce and headed up. So total global looks very healthy to me right now. I just want to go sideways a little longer with it, and that will make me very happy. As far as Bitcoin at 96.5 at the time of streaming. Let's take a look, see here. All right, so this 3 month, let me go to 1 month. Bam. There's that little whale blip down at 88, cruising and going up. Man, see, that's what I'm saying, dude. We might only come back down to that $95,000 level, dude. This might be it for this bull run, guys. My little whale blip call that I said that I would like to see us go to again. I also said, I said, just because I want the shit to happen doesn't mean it's gonna. And the way Bitcoin's moving right now, it could go either way. So I'm back at the 50-50 drawing board. I'm gonna let Wes pull up the supercomputers and the super indicators so that we can get a little more information. But for the most part, it may be one of those things where it's like it's just that gotcha moment where if you didn't get in down here, if you didn't scoop right here, and we told you on the channel, guys, we told you when we went down there, I told you for months, if we went to that level, that $75,400 level, and I think I missed that by 500 of that. I said it's not going to last long. I said you're going to have very brief time down there. Look at this shit. You had a couple of days to buy, and if you didn't buy, look what happened. Boom, right? You rolled. I mean, that's a $20,000 move almost. 74 to freaking 94. So 96. So look, we told you, we warned you about this move. We said not have it. Now, could you come back down and get it again? Yeah, but am I going to sit here and bet on that shit? Probably not. And I'm not shorting right now just as much as I'm not longing right now. I'm just kind of hodling where I'm at and DCAing when I can. I'm in a little bit of a weird state of life right now with everything going on financially. But I will say this. We warned you. We told you to buy when it was down there and you got that dip. We told you. We told you to buy. So hopefully you did. I know the Remora in the chat did. All the cats in here certainly bought the dip. But to any noobs watching, you got to pay attention to stuff like that and you got to jump on it when it comes. As far as the indicators go, sure. I think, Wes, because we're adjusting to prime time and stuff, let's jump onto some liquidation heat maps, some Lux Algo. Let's get the shit going, man.
Yeah, we'll look at that. Crypto Homes is I had a couple of posts that I had set to the side for the show.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Crypto Homes is talking about it here. So I'm glad he put these in here. So Michael Saylor, man, is doing a thing, $84 billion to buy more Bitcoin. It's 48 and 48 or something like that. It's like split up.
Price, man.
To their investors or some shit like that. I don't know.
Dude,
but anyway, there's a lot of money that he's still accumulating. And I mean, dude, he is up.
Save some for the rest of us, would you?
I think it's like
Christ.
Right. I think it's like 5,000% since he started the Bitcoin standard for strategy. So pretty cool. North Carolina, they just passed a bill. Let me look. There's a few posts here. Okay. So yeah, North Carolina, where's it at? Yeah. Just in North Carolina, the North Carolina Bitcoin Reserve Bill, HB 92, passed its first reading in the Senate today. That's 35 states adopting this Bitcoin Reserve strategy, man, which is really cool.
That's more
to
than
see.
half,
And
man. Let's go.
We still got a few more to go, but I believe that they all follow. So yeah, 35 35 or 34, something like that. But North Carolina just did it. I know South Carolina just did theirs not too long ago, so that was really cool to see. Another thing, Cointelegraph posted Charles Schwab CEO, Rick Wurster. I've never heard of him, so maybe he's new. I don't know. But he said, we're working on a plan to launch spot crypto in the next 12 months, whether you like that or not. I think it is good for exposure. It's good for, to bring more people in. I don't know if you have your own opinion on that or not, but some say it's good, some say it's bad. I don't know, man. I think that adoption is good either way. I hate that there's going to be so many games played, behind the scenes with some of these major players. But either way, man, for the average person that wants to get into crypto, that only wants to use these banks, maybe that's good. You make your own decision on that. But yeah, starting to flip sentiment here. This is a sentiment post just showing where the social sentiment is starting to shift, especially with the top, the big caps, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, Dogecoin. All of these are starting to flip slightly in the greed. Will we get that pullback? I don't know. It's hard to say, man, because there is that phase that we go through every single time when everyone is expecting that pullback and we just don't get it. I mean, think about it, dude. We went from 74 to 80 and we were expecting that pullback. Didn't happen. We went from 80 to 84, 85. We were expecting the pullback to 80. Didn't happen. 80, 85 to 88. No pullback. 88 to 90, 92. No pullback. 92 to freaking pullback. And we'll see that in the charts. Mega bullish to not have these pullbacks, man. So it is a good thing. Like if you're just buying and holding, but if you're trying to trade it like me, it is miserable, dude. I am miserable right now because I've missed my opportunity to buy on these pullbacks, man. So we'll see. I think we are going to get an opportunity here. If you are waiting on a pullback, I do think one comes this time just because of everything that I'm seeing on the charts, but you never know, man. You never know. It's just one of those things, man. We keep getting short squeeze after short squeeze, and next thing you know, the price is at all-time highs, and that is where the terminology that Siri says the most hated rally comes from, is because of that. You never get that pullback that you want. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, it's one of those things that that's why I said it's almost like the gears have shifted. And it's almost time to just, buy the dips only. Like we're almost at that stage, I believe, where like if you're going to trade, just fucking long, like just long and let it
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like just long and use low leverage and don't try to be a superhero. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not worth it. Cause once we start rolling, I think the greater play is to, if we go down, just buy the dip. And if we go up, long that motherfucker, 3x, 4x, stay low leverage and long it. I think that's the play of the century from now until, the bull run, this bull run is over. And then I think, the shorting, once we start getting a little more top heavy, once we get above 120, I'm saying, once we go to 150 and shit, that's when I think the shorts are going to be worth it a little more. But, that's only because I'm not that great at doing it, and I get too greedy when I use leverage. So that's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're a swing trader and you're trying to trade on the daily time frame, you're not getting pullbacks right now. You are just going up, consolidating sideways, and going up again, at least, for the last couple of moves. We haven't really had any pullbacks. So that's why I've been more focused on the 1 hour and the 15-minute, because there are those opportunities on the lower time frames. And we will look at that here in a second. But what's next? So Coinbase, dude, I don't know what's going on with Move. Something about a market-making strategy that
my bad,
they
dude.
didn't agree with here.
Fix that, Wes.
What is it?
I tried to move me to the right side of the screen, and it blew me up. All right, there we go. You got to put you right next to it. All right, Restream. Okay, I see how you playing, Restream.
All right. I hate these ones.
They do it on purpose. They know that.
Anyway, so Coinbase just suspended trading of Movement. This is one that I've bought. I purchased. Wasn't really I didn't strategize with it or anything. I don't know too much about it. I just know that It was getting a lot of hype. It just launched recently. Their mainnet launched less than a year ago. It was like 8 months ago. It launched 6 months ago or something. And we saw the Trump, whatever the company that he uses to buy crypto or whatever, the family or whatever, they were buying Move. So I was like, you know what? Let me buy Move. It's an American-based company. Let me buy some. So I did, and it was down like 20% today because of this Coinbase thing. For some reason, these Coinbase listings and delistings affect these prices, and you know, I guess for good reason. But it sucks if you're a Move holder. It could be an opportunity to buy more. I don't know. I'm probably not going to buy anymore. I'll probably just let it sit, chill. But yeah, they just suspended Coinbase. Accumulation score back up to 1. Whales are back to accumulating, guys. Whales are back to accumulating. This is the accumulation score, trend score. And it shows you when it's up, they're accumulating. When it's down, they're selling. And right now, it is almost back at 1. And that just shows that the whales are starting to accumulate a little bit more. Maybe they know that there's something else coming. Maybe they see that we're going to be hitting all-time highs soon. But this is something I would not ignore. You know, if you see these guys buying when we're moving up instead of selling, that should kind of tell you something here. So just something to pay attention to. And Fed rate cut, man. This does it, dude. This does it. 60% right now on the Fed watch. So if we get this rate cut in May, it is 100% time to fucking go long, dude. Like, you're not going to get pullbacks. If we start getting the Fed to cut the rates, it's going to be a whole different market, dude. I think that it's risk on, and it's time to go, man. Time to fucking go, dude. Once they do that, so I'm excited about it. I think it's in June though.
Yeah, Crypto Holmes says something great right here. Let's pull his comment up. He says, and he's been spot on. Holmes, you've been dead on for the last couple of weeks with this.
The M2.
We might get one more small dip before this M2 global supply chart picks up larger jumps to the upside, pulling Bitcoin up and along for the ride. Next 30 to 60 days could be epic. I could not agree more. I think it takes 2 weeks before we get that move. I think we have a week and a half to 2 weeks before that happens. But, oh, my God. Yeah, the next 60 days. And I agree with you too, Wes. I think maybe one more little pullback, within the next 2 weeks, but then
fingers crossed.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You better hope for a pullback. Like, I'm hoping for a pullback. I was hoping for 88K, didn't get it, and maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll fake us up a little bit to 102, 105 and get everyone all pumped and then draw us back down one more time. I don't know. Wait till we see the charts for that before I decide that.
Yeah. So let's watch out for that. And that's all I got on X. I didn't have too much time to grab a bunch of stuff, but yeah, that's all I got on there. And we can jump into the charts, man, if you're ready.
Yeah, let's dive in, man. We ain't got time to mess around. Ain't time to joke around right now. We definitely got to look at some charts. And definitely liquidation map. Liquidation heat map, if you could pull that one up too, because Daniel was wanting that last week.
Yeah, see, I should have kept that open. Bro, I should have kept my long open, man. All good, man. It was for the show. I didn't like the lag, so all good. I want to get your opinion on this, man, because it's something that I broke down a couple days ago. So, we've been comparing this chart, and I want to point this out real quick. All right. We are doing the same thing. This is the weekly chart on Bitcoin. As you can see back here, we were doing that falling, broadening wedge, right? This downtrending, broadening wedge or whatever. And that was what we kept getting rejected off of. We have the same thing kind of happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is we dropped much harder on this one, and we're just now getting back up to the top to retest it, right? So I did a wave count on it, and it's exactly the same. We're at 10 waves, right? So now,
what was that number I told you? Remember
7.
10? Remember I said 10 touches?
9
to 10 touches on a line, but that
9.
was 2020. So let's see. Maybe things are different.
These are waves right here. So I just counted the different waves, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just the ebb and flows, like the waves in the chart within this wedge. And we went through 10 waves, and before we took off to the upside up, guess where we're at now? We are at wave 7. We are expecting a pullback to wave 8 after getting rejected off of this, right? Wave 8, come up, hit it again, wave 9, wave 10, and then off to the races. Do you think this is something that, being that they look, I mean, wave 8 or wave 6 was the bottom for both of these so far. Wave 6, the bottom here, wave 6, the bottom here. Wave 8 was the first higher low. Could wave 8 be here? That's something we got to find out. Do we break above the top of the wedge? We got to find out. We're just not there yet, but it is something to keep on the radar for sure.
I will say this, and this goes back to my theory about why I said the possibility of wanting, positive thinking, wanting to go back to the blue, let's call it the gold zone. Because if you are able to buy Bitcoin in that freaking bottom blue zone, you're going to make big money. I'm going to call it the gold zone. We should change that blue box on the bottom. We should change that to the color gold, because that's like you wish to get Bitcoin there, right? That's the gold zone. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Right.
So what I'm going to say, there's a difference here in the last pattern. The difference is in the last pattern, we consolidated downward at maybe a 10 to 15% slope. This descending broadening wedge is not much steeper, but it's about 5 to 8% steeper. When you have a steeper broadening wedge, you tend to fall a little steeper when you come up to the top. You tend to fall a little lower than you would on a less steep sideways type wedge like the previous one. So because this wedge is so much, it's not so much more steep, but it's probably like 8% steeper, I would say, if I had to give a number on it. So I would say I love your pattern theory. I love your number theory, but I would say that the potential to go slightly lower. Damn, I don't think we're getting back down to that blue box zone though, because if you look at that previous pattern, bro, I would say we go somewhere in between the EMA and the blue box zone. So in other words, we may see at the lowest 80, 79, 80,000. If you get a major dip from, let's say we go to wave 9, hit our head, and come down. This is what I'm saying. I would think we would fall slightly lower than the EMA, which is at 85. I think we go lower than 85. If we hit our head at 9 on wave 9, I say we go back down to 80, at least 80, possibly even with a panic, oh God, Bitcoin was at 100,000. Now it fell to 80. And then you get Larry Fink and them can go, yeah, scare the shit out of them and maybe touch that gold zone one more time. It's possible. Is it likely? I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't sell my Bitcoin here and wait to buy back in, but I would pay attention for the possibility of hitting your head at wave 9 and then coming down a little lower because of the pitch of that descending broadening wedge. You didn't have that pitch on that last move. You had more of a sideways. So for those reasons, I would say 80,000, potentially a little lower with a panic wick. But dude, the risk to reward, I wouldn't sell. Don't be selling right now to buy back in lower. That's too risky for me right now. I would just say, keep an eye on it. If it dips, get ready for it. Have some chips on the side if you can. But that's what I see in that pattern. I see a steeper pattern, so I see a potential steeper decline. But the way Bitcoin's moving right now, bro, it might just do 2 guns up. Bitcoin might just say, nope, you missed it, bro. I'm gone. Because Bitcoin does that, man. Bitcoin, sometimes when she flips that switch, she's like, nah, dude, you slept. Like, you slept on this price action. You had a chance at 74. You had a chance at 76. Bitcoin could rip above 100 easy. Just as easy as the call I'm making. Bitcoin could rip above 100 and just say, nope, we're off to the fucking races and be like gone in May. So 50-50, and I need a little more information. But what do you see what I'm saying about the pitch?
Yeah. Because this is a much steeper pitch here. I mean, it's obvious, you can see it. I do think that this was more macroeconomic factor with the tariffs, because Trump got in here January 20th. This is January 20th was the top. And then, and then he started talking about the tariffs and we went into that trade war. And so I think that this had a lot to do with that. But yeah, I mean, that it is what it is, man. I think that being that this bottom line held, look, it goes lower, man. It goes lower. And if we do get rejected off of here, it's just something that I feel is very important to pay attention to, because it is a downtrending. I mean, this is a downtrend right here, right? On the weekly, I mean, it's a downtrend. So yeah, it's definitely something that we shouldn't ignore, right? And it looks like we're trying to go up to that line now. So let's see, man. Let's see if we can push through it. So far, everything's looking good. I mean, we've gotten 4 bullish weeks in a row. Look at that, man. 4 green candles in a row on the weekly. That's mega bullish. We're going to get a pullback at some point, man. At some point. I mean, this is the weekly chart. Look, no matter what, like, you're going to get pullbacks throughout these moves. I mean, obviously, this is a major move, and we still got a pullback here, So I do expect a pullback sometime in the near future. Maybe it'll be here. That could be a good quick short opportunity.
Yeah, double top right there. You see the top of that green candle that your pointer's on right now?
Yeah.
We could potentially maybe form a double top there. Maybe.
Well, I mean, and that would come back and be, the extreme of wave 9 here. And that's what would pull us back to wave 10. You know what I mean? So these could be good short opportunities. The question is do they hold up like they did back here, right? So that was when we bottomed on 6, and then 8 and 10 were just higher lows. 8 and 10 were just higher lows. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think that the fact that this has played out almost exactly the same as back here, except for that steep pitch, which again, was a macroeconomic kind of thing, with the tariff wars and all that shit. So, I mean, let's see, man. Let's see. But it could be a good opportunity. It could be a good short. I don't want to short in a bull market, but on this weekly time frame, I mean, it is what it is, man. And it's showing a good opportunity here. Maybe you wait for wave 8 and then come back and then get your double top. Maybe we'll go down a little bit more. Who knows? But either way, I think that Bitcoin does look good right now. And we've talked about whenever we crossed 84,000, that was that level, I want to say. That was 80. Yeah, about 86. It was 86 on the daily, I think, or 84 on the daily. When we crossed that, no, it was on the weekly. Remember, we were saying that we need to get above 86 right here. And when we close above it on the weekly, then we're looking good. So if anything, man, and that's why I pulled 8 back here. If anything, maybe we come back and retest 86,000. That'll give us the pullback on 8, and that could be a good opportunity to long. Who knows? But I do know that there is great opportunity here. Whether you catch a short on that pullback, or you catch the long on wave 8 here and go from there. But there's definitely opportunity here. When the market's moving, there's opportunity. When we're going sideways, the opportunity's not really there. So you have to catch these moments and take advantage of them. But just something to watch.
You know what I see up there too, where you got that last arrow for the breakout? The interesting thing about that is you're going up to 110 with that arrow in the target blue box zone. Excuse me. It's very likely you go up to 110, that blue box zone. Maybe hit your head between 110, 120-ish, and then come back down and retest that red line, that top resistance line as support.
And that's exactly what we did here, right? We came up, we hit that top, right? We hit that top range that was from back here. We came up through it, hit it here on that wick. I don't know if you can see it. On the daily, you can see it beautifully.
I see it.
Hit it here on that wick, and then came back and retested this beautifully, man. And even this red candle, we came back up and closed above it. And we stayed above it. But that was a beautiful retest before breaking out again. And that's kind of what I would expect to do, right? Come up, get rejected, retest the red, and then you're off to the races, man. So, yeah, that would be a good opportunity. The opportunities are here, y'all. They are here right in front of you. And we're showing you them right now. So, yeah, that's on the weekly. On the daily. Look, man. Look at this, dude. So this is when we bottomed out. We hit our blue target. We finally crossed through the red. So this is actually can go.
We never retested that downtrending resistance level.
We never did. We
never
so,
touched it.
Yeah, if you look right here,
These cheap
this
bastards,
isn't a
I guarantee
retest,
you,
dude. Look,
dude, they're no. Well, I mean, look
that's
at
not
that,
a retest,
bro.
man. That is
No,
not a retest to me.
well,
A retest would be the red candle coming.
The
and
wick is
closing
retesting.
back.
That's Fink
That's
just fucking
stupid,
with you.
man.
Here's what I'm thinking, bro. Here's the move. Oh my god. All right.
Yeah.
The confluence of that red line coming down with the blue box zone back at 70,000. Nobody wants to hear it.
Don't do it.
Shut the fuck up, Nick.
Don't
go there, Nick. Just shut up. Don't go to the dark side. Sierra's not about to go to the dark side on y'all. I might.
He will though.
Because
he will.
we have 2 weeks still, in my opinion. Now, here's the thing. We had one touchdown there. We had one little pee-pee touch. If you ever seen Don't Mess with the Zohan, he's arguing for the crispy cluck chickens. He says, I want the 2 crispy chicken and 1 pee-pee touch. You had 1 pee-pee touch on the blue line. That's it. Now, you had this nice big rally up to 100,000. And everyone's like, oh, green light, gas is on again. Bitcoin's safe again. You know, the noobs are starting to look at it again. Oh, 100,000. Just saying, man, confluence of the red line, the blue box zone, hitting our head at 100,000. The potential to go back down there and touch it one more time is still there on the table, bro. That's why I said 50-50. I'm not 100% convinced, bro. But when I see that kind of confluence and the fact that we never really touched that red line, we just went sideways. Then we had a big ass move up, and then we kind of went sideways. Look at the RSI. Look at the strength. Look at the volume. I don't know, man. That's why I say 50-50, bro, because I feel like it's a psychological thing that these bastards could take us back down there, but it would take a lot of sell pressure, dude. Like, that's the only reason I say 50-50, because I'm like, normally I would say, yeah, they're going to drop us there, but dude, that's a lot of sell pressure to bring it down there, man. That's a lot of Bitcoin needs to be dumped.
Yeah.
But you just did say Michael Saylor just announced another buy. Every time that guy buys Bitcoin, we have a crash afterwards. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. I don't know. I would like to see one more retest. Look, remember the whale blip I was talking about way over there with that little blip? We perfectly bounced on that whale blip. If you look, go all the way to the left and see where that you had that perfect green candle, and then it kind of goes over up a little. Well,
this is the daily. You might only have to see it on like the weekly.
Yeah, but the whale blip anyway was at the beginning of that pattern, that whole consolidation, right? We did go back there and touch that level, and I thought that we would. So I'm just saying the potential of the way these whales work. We perfectly bounced on that level. You can see it now. It's a green candle right there. But, dude, I don't know. I see the resistance we're hitting right now. I see the confluence with the red line. I see the blue box zone. I don't want to cause panic and shit. I'm just saying I am watching it. I am hoping for it too, to be honest. Full disclosure, I would like to buy that dip. So
we're at a strong level right now, man. We are at the point of control. I mean, look at all this trading. Remember through here? Like, we were just stuck here, dude. It was so boring. We were stuck here. Where do you think we are now, man? We are retesting all of these
not above it
points
yet,
of
though.
interest, man. We are not.
We're not above
it at all. And a matter of fact,
and we're running out of steam. We're running out of steam.
Look at this.
Yeah, look where we're
This
hitting our
is
head.
the
That's
point
a
of
lot
control,
of resistance. Man. Yeah, this is it.
This is the point of control.
Shot.
This entire area here. Actually, let me boom. Look at that. We are right here, man. This entire area, dude. When we first came up in here, look how many touches we got around here. Came back to it. Look at all these touches, and then right here before we fell through. So we're at the point of control, and we're getting rejected off of it. And it's also a swing point, a major swing point here. So, you know, it's something that I think if we're going to get rejected, it's going to be here. Like, I expected a rejection here. I expected one here. Didn't happen. So if we're going to get rejected, man, I think it would be here. I think the opportunity to long this if you missed like I did, I think the opportunity is to wait for that pullback, to wait for that rejection, you know, and at least let it come touch the 20 again. Let it come and retest the 20. That would be a retest of 90. This blue zone here. That's the next one right below us. So, I mean, look at the MACD. Look at the RSI. All this is oversold, man. MACD, it's only a matter of time before this flips on the daily, and then we do get our pullback, right? We haven't gotten a flip of the MACD yet since we've been in this uptrend, and I think that that's still to come. I think that that's what causes us to have a pullback, but everybody's going to be screaming, we're going lower because of the way it pulls back.
Yeah,
because we haven't really had a major pullback yet. So that is when the opportunity to long will be here. When everybody is screaming lower, we go from 98,000. What do we do? 98,000 today, 97.8. We got close to 98,000. So from 98,000 back to 90,000, that's a big dip. And everybody's going to be screaming that we're going back to, 80,000, 70,000. And then that's when we're going to continue up. But yeah, that's what I'm watching for.
I see 84,000. I see between 84 and 86. Basically those two big green candles that went up. How often does Wall Street pump the two big green candles up and then eat them right back down? Like, how often did we see that? Look back there on the previous green candle up. Then you had an exact matching green candle right back down like clockwork. Green, red. That red candle ate that green candle perfectly. I'm not saying that happened here because obviously we went higher. But what I'm saying is we had those two green candles up. You could have just as easy eat that candle back down, and we go to what? That'd be right at 86. And then, yeah, I agree with you on that. I think that if we are going to hit our head, if we are going to get a resistance point, this is a crucial level to watch. And, I just say that I think that they could push us lower still. I'm not going to say that we would go right back down and bounce and bull run on, even though Bitcoin has the strength to do it. I still think that there's too much greed from Wall Street. I think Larry Fink, Fidelity, Trump, Musk, the Wall Street cats, I don't think they're satisfied yet. I don't think their pockets are quite loaded up to the point they really want them yet.
Got some ways to go.
Like they want to pack their bags, dude, and they turn the ship around for the whales, right? They turn it around. So with those factors in play, I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. I'm awake to these whales, bro. I just feel like they're gonna try one more time to get that cheap ass Bitcoin. They want to go to that they want to go to that gold zone, man. And I'm telling you, like a magnet, whatever they got to do to try to pull Bitcoin's price back down there to get that price, they will do it, bro. They will shut down tariffs. They will announce tariffs. They will do whatever they want. You have to keep that psychological thing in mind. I know the price action looks good. I know the candles look good. I know the tech's working. But that's not all that's in investing. You got other bullshit at play. And because of that other bullshit, I'm not 100% convinced that we're ready yet. But, if I'm wrong, then I won't be able to scoop anymore. And I'm okay with that because then everybody else wins and we go up. But I want to be aware, and I don't want to sugarcoat the fact that the dip down to $75,000 to $72,000 is 100% off the table because it's not for me. For me personally, it's not off the table yet.
Yeah, I think that this could be I say we go into a consolidation phase up until that next rate cut, that next Fed decision, and if we cut, then that's going to be good for us, and we continue up. Also, I mean, we're looking at you have to look at the macro factor. Like the economy slowed down the first time since 2022, right? It was like 0.2% lower than what they were expecting, and that tried to dip Bitcoin a little bit, and then we just came right back up. So I think the next major thing is consolidation between these two blues. Maybe we come back and consolidate a little bit, and then
I think that would be boring too, right?
Yeah, it would. It would.
It'd be a little boring, but it's
cool
needed.
off. Yeah, it would let everything cool off, and then give us that opportunity that we want. And who knows, man? The opportunity just might not come, dude. Sometimes it doesn't come, But
can you look at the I believe we have a CME gap at 91,000 or ish 90 or 91,000. I think we have a CME gap, which is not the end of the world. It's just in that blue box zone anyway.
Yeah, 91.
I think the gap is at 91. Yeah, so we have a CME gap down at 91. I would like to see where our liquidation level, the liquidation heat map is. But I agree with you, Wes. I think the potential. What'd you do? You just longed, right? Like you just had a long open.
Yeah, but that was on the 15-minute chart. Like I'm.
But what about now? What about the potential to open a short? Right, not right this minute short, but like short down to 91 to that gap, dude. What day are we living in? We're in Thursday. Well, shit, you only got one more trading day, really. Maybe they want to form one more gap up here, fuckers. Sorry, I got potty language. But you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm thinking. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's one more trading day. They're gonna let the weekend go, create another gap up here, so they can go down to 91. That whole gap shit is stupid anyway. That whole thing it's such a scam, dude.
On the lower time frames, guys. When we're in an uptrend like this, right, and it's an obvious uptrend. I've been every time this bounces. That's why I took that trade a second ago, because we came all the way back down and retested the 20, got close enough for me. And in my opinion, man, an uptrend like that, dude, you're in an obvious uptrend and you're pulling back to the 20.
Yeah,
that's a good opportunity to long. Now, something like this, I won't mess with this. But when I see it do this right here and we get a pullback close to the 20, then I'll go long. But this looks like it's ready to come down a little bit. Same thing here, man. When you're going up, look how many times there were opportunities to take longs here, in that uptrend. So I'm working on a strategy, dude. I want to back test it a little bit more, and it's doing really well. And then I'll share it with you guys. But yeah, it's something that I'm working on. Yeah, I wouldn't trade right now. If you were trading, I would probably look, because this looks like it's about to. I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like I said. It's
looks
just
toppy. It looks toppy. So the 1 hour looks toppy. So then I wouldn't trade on the 15 or the 5 unless I was looking for a short, right? But I want to see this go below on the 1 hour. I want to see the overall trend drop below this, below the 20, and then reject off of it. And once I see that, man, I'll start looking at shorts, but quick shorts. Not like I'm shorting the freaking market for a couple of days. I'm just looking for quick shorts, dude. Scalps.
I'm looking for Ray Finkel and a clean pair of shorts. Shit.
Man. So, but yeah, there is a gap there at 91.
What is that gap? What is that big ass gap right there? Is that a gap at 80,000 that I'm like, do I need? Yeah, what the hell is that?
Oh, I forgot. This is the futures.
Who
gap.
the hell is that?
Yeah, that's the same gap. It's just on the lower time frame. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, all right.
Yeah, the same thing.
I agree with you with the toppy. That's a bearish looking flag if I ever seen one right there. It's not really bull flag. That's very, RSI is getting up there. But we do have to keep in mind too that very soon our indicators, our little precious indicators, are going to be thrown out the window in the real bull run when it starts running. RSI don't mean shit. Like you can't even, when Bitcoin really starts to rip. Like it's like it'll stay up there just sideways.
Yeah, but I mean everything else looks good, man. We got our crossover. This was our trend. This is my little trend indicator that I got set up here. And we're bullish, man. Like we are looking good. We bottomed out, and you can see the colors change. The moving averages flipped. Everything is lined up, and we're looking good, man. We're looking good. I just think we need a cool off. Doesn't mean we'll get it, but yeah.
I still everything in the charts is saying to pull back to 84 to 86 potentially. Yeah, dude. I mean, look, that's 76,000, 70,000. It ain't that far away. 84, 86,000 is really not that far away. It's like the difference between 96 cents and 84 cents. I go back to that analogy to keep things grounded, because even though it's like, oh, well, it's at 94,000, that sounds like such a big number, but for the amount of money that's in Bitcoin, it's really not that crazy. So the drop potential of that happening again, I can't unsee 86. I think we go to 85 again, bro. It's like definitely
I think we
need
come in touch. I mean, I think we've all agreed that this looks exactly like where we're at right now. We got our bottom. We came up. Everything crossed. Everything looks the same right here at this level. Even the way it's moving right now looks the same. I mean, look at this when you zoom in. we went like sideways and up, like this weird movement here, and then pumped again and then rolled over. And that was when we hit the 20-day moving average. And that was when, and that's kind of like why I'm saying, if it pulls back to that 20-day moving average, which is about 86,000,
86.
man, what an opportunity that would be.
Yeah, to long. Yeah.
Oh, yes. So that is what I'm hoping for, man. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
And
but we'll
I gotta be honest with you though. What I'm hoping for is we go to 86, we go that level, and then panic hits the street. And then we go lower so I can get one more chance to scoop some. That's what that's my personal situation though. I don't wish that on you guys. I'm just saying that would be good for me personally. But either way, I think we both agree 84 is still on the table, guys. So keep a mental note that 84 to 86 is the level we're kind of watching right now for a pullback. And then at that point, like Wes said, if you want to go long at that point, we'll of course reassess the situation. I personally am not pulling my uber bearish target of that blue box zone off the table yet. I will very soon though, dude. This is the final. I will say this is the final countdown for that for that level. Pretty soon, Wes, I'm gonna take that call of mine and say, nah, dude, it ain't coming until the bear market, because if they're going to do it, I feel like they're really running out of time, because if it gets too high, they're not going to be able to push it down there without causing massive panic and, destroying the asset and destroying confidence in the bull run. They don't want to do that. So this is the kind of balance where they want their clients to buy Bitcoin. They don't want it to be so volatile that they get scared and they don't want to buy it. But if, again, if we go up to 120 and then go down to 82 or 79, people are going to say, I ain't buying that shit, because that's a $40,000 drop. That's a big drop. That'll scare the shit out of people. So, but a drop from here, let's say a drop from 96 down to 88, and then, a little bounce, and then just, whoops, we slipped down to 72 real quick. And then the next day it was right back up. If they do it like that, it's not so painful. So from a psychological standpoint, I'm keeping my eyes on Finkster. He's a sneaky guy. He's a very smart guy, and they move the markets. They have the money to move the markets. And until I feel like his bags are all the way packed, I'm keeping my safety goggles on. And but yeah, dude, time is running out for that shit too, Wes. Like my call for that is like time is pressing at this point, because I don't think they'll be able to do it. If they're going to head to the upside, I don't think they're going to do it after we break 100,000.
Yeah.
And comfortably, I don't think they even think about taking it there till the bear market. So this is kind of do or die, man. If they're going to go back down to that level for me, and I'm okay if I'm wrong, I'll change my perspective. As of right now, it's still not off the table, but let's see, man. I definitely think we're going to that EMA. I definitely think we're going to 86 again. And who knows, dude? We could be wrong about that shit too, but
yeah,
I'm more on the camp that we do. I think we go back down to 84, 85, possibly by next Thursday's show, like before next Thursday's show.
Yeah. I mean, it does look good. Look, I think we continue up. I think this is the run, in my opinion. I think this is what takes us to our next new all-time high. 74, in my opinion, was the bottom. And
it's done. You don't think we go back?
No, I don't think so, man. If anything, I'm watching this EMA, and I just think everything looks really good, man, really good, and all the indicators look really good. And it's time, dude. It is time. But we talked about May, like in the beginning of May, we probably get that drop, right? Everybody says sell it May, walk away. Here it is. Sell it May, walk away. Everybody get the fuck out. Everybody get out.
Today is May Day.
Right. And then mid-May or a week from now, we continue back up. And there you go. But yeah. So let's look at the heat map.
And then we should pull up our custom Crypto Remora chart too, just because we haven't pulled it up in about 2 weeks. Okay, and I'm going to read the chat while you're doing that, see what we missed in the chat. Sailor is doing the most right now. Breaking news: Sailor raising $84 billion to buy more. More breaking news: North Carolina. We got that. Bought Bigly. We got all that. Move. May might be on the table. Staying May, June. Scale out some in June. GMB. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hit the sack. Stay in the trade. GMB said stay in the trade. Quant has released 2 new products recently: Quant Flow and PayScript. All the money. Quant Bigly. Not trading. Take the risk and then pay short-term capital gains. Most of my crypto is in long-term capital gains. Bullish. Too many states getting close to buying Bitcoin. Plus the Sailor put is in. We're not dropping to 84K until bear market. Go. Let's go. Holmes like we ain't even going to 84. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm 100% all for that, man. I am all for that. Dude. I would be happy again. I would be happy with a retest.
Look, the only reason I'm doing this, I'm doing power positive confession, y'all. I need to buy a dip, and I don't have the cash to do it right now. Okay, so part of this shit is me trying to talk this shit into happening, so I can scoop a little more. All right, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm being the bear on the thing, but really, I'm not, because I'm telling you straight up. Like I said last time, we went to 74. I said they ain't gonna stay there. Not long, less than a week. And what happened? Wham! From 74 up to 98. So
we just opened a new candle. We just started a new candle for the day. And if we go into that blue zone, which we're trying to do right now as we speak, we're back at 98, 99 tonight. But I do think that after that, we see some kind of pullback for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're going into the weekend. You got Asia waking up right now. They're going to give us that last final push. They'll probably buy a little something right now. Then you got the trading day tomorrow. What did the stocks do today? Were stocks, May 1st is May Day. Did stocks had a good day today, I thought, right?
Yeah, they weren't bad. I mean, the S&P ended up in the positive. I think everything ended up in the positive. Yeah, I would like a pullback, man. Let me be honest with you. I would be so satisfied with even going to 98 to 100K, hitting our head there. I would be satisfied just pulling back to 96 again and retesting that, or 95 again, 94. Just any kind of good pullback for me, I would be satisfied. Because, I mean, you look at some of these other moves, man. When we start moving like this, like we are now, Bitcoin ignores all the indicators, man. So,
yeah,
just one of those things, man.
I agree with that, and I think we still have a week or two before that. So I'm just in hyper focused mode of number one. I wanted one more dip. Okay, so I'm being honest. Yes, I want one more dip for myself personally. I'm being a little selfish on that call.
A lot of people are saying that, dude.
I am, but number two, we're still under that 102, 105 level, right? We're still under that Uber bull market back on thing, is even with all this bullish stuff. And because their time is short to scoop, that's why I'm saying I'm like, this is hyper focus mode, because their time to do one more dip that low to buy before this bull run is over is short, dude. Like, in other words, the next time we'll see, if they don't do it within the next 2 to 3 weeks, my best guess would be it ain't happening at all. But I can't take that off the table yet. I want to, but I can't take it off the table yet.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I just feel like they want to buy more, dude. Like, I feel like Fink is not quite satisfied. Just think about it. If Fink was ready, I think we'd be sitting at like 101, right? To get retail, like, oh shit, it's over 100. That's psychological. But where are we sitting? We're constantly like, oh, we can't break 100. It's that negative stigma with the price. Like, they're trying to keep that negative under 100K, or like, hey, keep buying it now. It's your accumulation chance. It's like they haven't shifted into fifth gear. They're like winding out fourth gear still. So that's why I say this, because it's like, I don't know. I just feel like they're going to do that to us. And then, when they do run it, dude, we're going to jump, bro. I think we skip right up to 120. Like when we make this move, we ain't going to 105, 106 to 111 to 112. We're gonna fucking rip because they're gonna when they hit the gas, bro. We're gonna rip straight up to 120. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit! Like what just happened?" Like it's gonna be like that. That's what I feel like. I don't think they're gonna slow creep it. I think they're gonna hold it down as long as they can. Then they're just gonna punch the gas to get everybody to go in, and it's gonna be fucking nuts, dude. I think this bull run is still gonna be the most epic bull run for any asset in the history of the world. I am still uber bullish, guys. I'm not. Don't get it twisted. I'm talking very, very short term. I'm talking next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So, oh man, let's see, dude. Let's see.
Yeah. Yep, we will see. We will see.
Alts are on fire sale, by the way. I don't know if you looked at any of the alts. I was pulling up alts last week on the chart. Oh my God. DMT is at like $6. Fucking crypto Twitter's at killer price if you want to get in like at the beginning price.
Yeah.
All the alts right now. NPC's at a penny. I mean, dude.
I know what I was gonna say. So like when you're trading, look, the first year of me trying to trade was psychologically damaging, dude. Like you think you're gonna outsmart the market. You're in there and you're like,
shit.
I mean, you got your fucking mouse here, and you're like, oh, green candle. You try to long, it starts with a green candle. It looks like it's moving. Green candle, boom, 50x leverage, bitch. And then you just know that it's going to continue green up. And then what does it do? As soon as you put the trade in, it fucking drops below your entry price. And then you're like, shit, dude. And you try to hurry up and get out of that shit. And then you just know that it's going to keep dipping. And you try to short. And then next thing you know, it's pumped. Like that is just part of it. You were just looking at this on a higher time frame, on a daily time frame, on a weekly time frame. As soon as you think that it's going to keep going, it pulls back. And it's just bound to happen, man. Or as soon as you think it's going to continue dipping, we continue up. So it's one of those things, man, and everybody says it. Everybody says the same shit. Of course it dipped because I just bought, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We all say that.
Look at Holmes. Look at Holmes right there, Wes. M2 Global Supply has Bitcoin going between 127 and 165 by the beginning of July.
Yeah. People need money, man. People need money. People aren't paying their credit card debts. People don't have, we're at like the lowest that the average person has ever had in their savings account. They're maxed out their credit cards. People need money. Money's going to start flowing back in. They're going to cut the rates. It's going to be cheaper to fucking borrow money. When the money's flowing like that, the M2 money supply is expanded. That is when people will have money to buy. There'll be risk on assets, and we just need that, man. We have to get that. So I think that we're in the process of that. And as soon as people start getting comfortable and got a little money to spend, they're gonna invest in Bitcoin and crypto. At least we hope, right? So still a lot of time in this.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. What he's saying, beginning of July, we got May. First 2 weeks of May, I think, are kind of slow and steady Eddie, with the potential of I might as well call my golden zone a black swan. Let's just call it a mini black swan for Sierra to be right for that 72,000 to happen again, or 70,000. We'll call it the mini black swan. The mini black swan chances for me, I'll go 40-60, like 40% it happens, 60% it don't. I'll give us that. I'll give us the extra 10% as of right now. But I think what Holmes said is exactly what I'm saying with this. He said it because of the M2 global supply, and I agree, but I'm just saying he says 127, 165. You clearly see that does not say 111, 110, $107,000 Bitcoin. No, I think that's what's going to happen. Like when we do have the breakout, bam, we're going to go straight to 120. Like it ain't going to fuck around. Like Bitcoin's just going to go psych. Watch this, Bitcoin's going to, and everyone's just going to flip out. It's going to hit the media, right? At once, Bitcoin went from, $96,000 to $120,000, and they're going to act all psycho like this is such a crazy thing, right? That's what'll happen. And then everybody and their brother is going to run out and buy more Bitcoin and Coinbase and shit. That pumps you to 165, the 120 to 165 immediately within a couple of weeks. And most of the gains will be made in like that short time frame. Like, I agree, dude. I'm totally agreeing with it. I don't think it's a slow and steady above one. Like when we crack 105, it's not going to be this slow, steady bullshit. It's going to be God candle to 120, 125, 127, whatever it is. But I think the next 2 weeks are crucial. I think we need to keep our heads focused. I think if you're waiting on the sideline, I think this is your last chance to get in at decent prices. So if you're not taking this seriously, if you're not, I think you'll still make money in the market. But I think if you're not getting into Bitcoin right now or altcoins right now within the next 30 days or so, I think you might want to just wait till the bear market. Like it's going to start getting toppy real soon. And if you start buying in on habit, like buying on the way up, you're going to get wrecked. So yeah, dude, that's just where I'm at. I think we have a little bit more time, man. That's it. Just, maybe 2 to 6 weeks of potential, but everything looks good, dude. Bitcoin looks healthy as shit. Even with everything I'm saying bearish wise, there's nothing bearish about it. It would be all price manipulation. What I'm talking about at this point, there's nothing bearish. There's no reason to sell Bitcoin right now at all. Zero.
Yeah.
Like there's no excuse.
Yeah. I want to, it's been a minute since I've pulled up the monthly chart, and that is not it.
No, it's a good looking monthly chart.
I don't know what the hell that is. What the hell just happened?
There we go.
No, that's not what I wanted either.
You got to share screen.
Yeah.
Can you guys short Ethereum and buy some Solana? Amy wants you to do that. She said you got to short it.
So this is the monthly chart, and this just kind of helps us put this into perspective, right? What we're expecting is one more fucking push to the upside. The orange line is just my cycle top estimate, right? So we've got our first wave correction, second wave correction, and then we're looking for one more for us to get that top. And I think we're pretty much, we're doing it now. We bottomed out here, and we're looking for that next wave. And I've kind of lined it up with these lines from when we bottomed out back here, and then we got that last wave. That's what I'm expecting here, man. We are in the process of making that top. And yeah, our estimates are 140, 160,000 plus, that we've talked about. And I think that we're in the process of doing that now. So yeah.
And no, I haven't taken
it's good to zoom out.
I haven't taken my $275,000 off the table yet. Not even close. Not even considered changing my mind on that call. Not even shifted. I'm still at 275 by end of year / first quarter next year. I still say we top out somewhere in that region, possibly even higher. So how's that for being bearish, huh?
Yeah.
That ain't bearish.
It's
not bearish. I'm the crazy one again
bearish
in the camp for that, but I don't care. I'm telling you, I'm sticking to my guns on that number, man. Because I've measured it 7 ways to Sunday, Wes. I broke it down for hours and hours and hours, and everything runs me back to that fucking number. Every TA I've ever done on the last couple of years, longer term Bitcoin price puts me at 275. So I don't know when. I'm not going to say when it hits. I'm just saying, like, we're going there, bro. Very, very within this bull run, I think. Within this bull run, we hit 275. So whenever that is,
that's a bold statement.
It is, dude. But I'm telling you,
man, I hope it's true,
bro.
Because if
you're gonna roll,
if Bitcoin goes there, man, if Bitcoin goes to that price, man.
Well, let's see.
I mean, dude,
everyone,
we're
you guys
straight,
remember?
Dude.
You guys remember? Everybody, let's have a little conversation. Let's have a little heart to heart, right? Let's have a little heart to heart. Remember, everybody was telling you last week to sell your ETH and buy Solana, right? Solana's the new money. ETH is shit because ETH was at $14.99. Where's ETH at right now? Where's ETH at on this dip?
I want to say I don't know where the local top is, but right now it's sitting at
1850.
1840, and we just now got a green
So it just
candle.
ran up. Okay, Solana is up
We went to
0.9%, and ETH is
1300,
up
1350.
2.7% right now. But the move for Solana, 150, sitting good. And I'm not dogging Solana, but stop dogging ETH, y'all. For real. I'm tired of these influencers talking shit about ETH because it's starting to get on my nerves. It's ridiculous, dude. ETH was at 1,500, and I said that was a steal of a buy. I said buy ETH right now, while all these other influencers were telling you Solana's the new money and ETH is dead and it's gone. And I'm like, bro, it's not dead. It's not gone. And you guys have not even seen. ETH has not had its moment in the sun yet. ETH is waiting, bro.
Dude.
ETH is going to be that golden child of this bull run.
Nothing is gonna run and be sustainable until ETH
Right.
fucking
ETH
runs,
has to
dude.
move
It's
first.
the same thing as Bitcoin. Like, yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's got to move first. ETH is gonna move second. I think you'd be dumb to fade ETH right now for sure. I know it sounds crazy, right? I know all the talking points.
I know Solana's
Trust
going to
me,
rip.
I've heard it
You're
all.
going to make money on Solana too. I'm not saying you're not going to make money on Solana, but what I am saying is I would rather hold ETH when the dip comes. When the pain comes, like when the top comes and then we're on the way down and you're rep like bear market, if you're still holding bags and you're like, oh shit, I didn't get out of my bags, I would rather hold ETH at that point than Solana. Just saying. I would rather hold more ETH than Solana because I've been through Solana in a bear market and this shit is not fun. That shit hurts.
No, it is not. No, it's not.
ETH.
But yeah, ETH is ETH's gonna have its day, man. It's
up. It's up almost more than Bitcoin right now. ETH is up higher than pretty much all the other majors, including Solana. Well, Cardano's up
always
3%.
Always look. Yeah, it's getting started. Everything's looking good. We might not get it, but if we do, I expect it sometime soon. You know, we could go up to 98, 99, 100,000 before we get that. I think that we will get it in the next couple days, the next week, over the next week. So great opportunity there, man. Great opportunity there if you're looking for a long setup.
M2 global supply keeps increasing throughout the rest of 25. We get 4 or 5 rate cuts, 275. Bitcoin is very possible. Yep. And, you know, just so you guys can bookmark that shit, screenshot it however you want to do it, because I haven't changed it. I have not changed that call. It's been there. But yeah, Wes, do you have anything else you wanted to pull up?
Why is it not going? Oh, the liquidation heat map.
Oh,
That's
the
all
liquidation.
I got. That's all I got.
There we go. That's what we want. Let's see. Let's take a look. See.
Yeah. Why does it look like this, dude? This looks so fucking weird.
I don't know. I was having trouble finding it last week on stream because Daniel wanted me to pull it up and I couldn't pull it up. What do you want? Coin Glass or is this? What is this? What is this one that pulls?
This is Coin Glass. This is Coin Glass.
Because I tried to pull up Coin Glass heat map for liquidations. I did not even get the chart.
Yeah, this is Coin Glass. As a matter of fact, I'll show you real quick. So if you go up to what the hell? That's not what I wanted. If you go up here to liquidation, Siri, can you see that?
Yeah, that's where I went. I clicked on that tab. I didn't hit the right. I hit liquidation heat map.
Yeah, and then this one.
Yeah, the first green one is the one I hit. I swear that's what I hit last week.
Oh yeah, it is the first one. Yeah, liquidation heat map.
That's what I thought I hit last week. Maybe I hit the wrong shit. I don't know.
Let me read. This is it. I mean, you can see all the liquidity is to the downside. I've already looked at the 1 week, the 2 week. It's all to the downside. So, you know,
deep yellow. Deep yellow is the deepest, right? The hard yellow line is the deepest.
Yeah.
What is that middle? Where's that middle line at? Just where's that middle? Yeah, where's that line? What is that down there?
Which one? This one?
That fat one. Yeah, what is that?
That's at 95. Yeah, this is a 24 hour, so it doesn't show you the whole thing, but yeah.
95. What were we saying earlier? We were saying fucking 84 to 86.
Yeah, but that's just the 24. So this is the 48. This goes down a little bit lower. I mean, you can see there's a whole plot of liquidity all the way up under us to 92. And then you can see it starting to fade out. So again, man, 90 to 92, I would be satisfied with that. That's that next blue zone down, right? They would get their liquidity, they'd eat the liquidity up, and then we could continue.
Can you zoom out any more on that chart? You know I'm pushing it now.
Here, let's go to the 3-day. Just the more and more you zoom out, the more it just shows you these levels.
But I don't see any deep yellow even on the 3-day. Anything crazy?
Well, it's because we're pulling out, and then you're comparing other zones, so it's more spread out, so it doesn't look. Yeah, so like if you were to go to the 1 month, the price is more spread out. So if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it'll be dimmer because of that.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like on that side, it was to the upside. They already took that bitch out.
Mm-hmm.
No, because that is on the downside because we're above it. It would go back down to the deep yellow because that green candle's above it, way to the right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
This is the biggest patch here, and that's the $84,000 zone. But it'll change over the next week. We just have to see. But the 48-hour is showing all the liquidity from here all the way down to 92,000.
So everything, everything looks like the potential for the pullback. Maybe not to 84 to 86 right now, but maybe down to that 92. Would you say 92 and a half, 93,000? You might as well call it 90, between 93 and 96. So 90, 94, 95. So you know what? Instead of going 84 to 86 for Monday's show, I'll say 95 will be my call.
95.
Yeah, that's safe because that's right in the middle. That's right in the middle of those three yellow bars, right? 94 is actually in the middle of those three bars. So I would say 94,500 is where I'm going to say we are by Monday. Holy shnikes.
All right.
What's your call, sir?
Let's see. So I am. Hold on. Damn it.
Holmes, we're about to get off. You want to give your call before you go, please? Give your call, man, before you jump out. Thank you, though.
I think we could continue up a little bit more. Again, we could continue up. I wouldn't expect us to go past 98, 99,000, maybe 100. It's like it could happen. But if we do, man, I'm expecting a pullback at least back down to shit. I am with you, man. I can see 94. I mean, not for any. For 90,000, possibly. I'm gonna go with 94.
Yeah, I think we're both agreeing on 94. Holmes got to go to work early tomorrow. Daniel didn't make it in tonight unless he's lurking in the chat, which is all good. Holmes had to roll GMB, I think turned in the sack. So what do we got? We got Monday morning show. Are we still doing mornings, Wes? Or are we moving the Monday morning show to do just a morning update and then do the Monday night show? How are we doing that?
Let's do it that way, man. Let's do it that way. Change. But let's do that in the morning. Like if you want to do that, that's cool. I don't know if 8 o'clock is the best time though, man.
Close some of your windows because you're lagging like a son of a bitch. Can you close some stuff on your computer or something? Because you're lagging like crazy. I don't know what you have open or not.
All right, is that better?
All right. So you much better. Yeah, because you were like max headroom. Monday. So you said we'll do Monday nights or
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're cool with that, dude. Monday nights. Let's do that. And then if you want to do like a Monday update or something at our normal time.
if nothing's too crazy, yeah. I mean, if there's nothing too radical, there's no point in doing that. Zombie finally put a video out the other day after like 3 months. So I'm like, okay, well, at least something's coming back around. Freaking Chico's still on vacation. So it's one of those things, you know, Lark's been cranking them out still. Tyler S is still putting his videos out. So yeah, it's been a little boring as far as that goes because everyone's waiting for this 105. But yeah, we'll regroup. So you're thinking 8 p.m. Which is good, dude. Look, sentiment's quiet. No, everybody's still sleeping on Bitcoin. This is a good thing. Let them sleep on it, bro. Let them sleep. I think this is what they want. Keep it under the radar a little longer. So everything's lining up perfectly. We're not overheated. Everyone's still negative on tariffs and all this bullshit, which is good. It gives us a little bit more time to accumulate, man. So everything is good. I'm happy with it. And this is going to be a very busy month for me, man. I got a lot of shows lined up, bro. Places I've wanted to play for 20 years, got into.
Nice.
So
let's go.
It'll be good, man.
Oh,
but
baby.
And I'll be playing my electric too again. Thank God.
Nice, dude.
Sick of the acoustic, bro. Like I don't mind playing a little bit of every now and then, but bro, I am an electric guy. So. But yeah, dude. You want to run us out, man? Tell the people. Thank you guys. Hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and Wes will do the outro.
I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure to come back Monday. Maybe gonna do a Monday stream. Definitely Monday evenings, and yeah, we're kind of shifting things a little bit. But make sure you're following us on all socials. At myself at Crypto MacGyver. Much love, and until next time. Peace out, go.